One supplement that is getting a lot of attention these days is berberine. Some call it nature's Ozempic. Others say that it works like metformin, and it's being praised for everything from blood sugar control to weight loss to even cancer prevention. But is all of this hype real? And more importantly, is it safe? Not everything you hear is backed by science. Some of it is marketing, some of it is just for clicks. There are real benefits, but also real limitations, side effects, and safety concerns that you should know about before adding it to your routine. Hi, I'm Valerie, a wellness nurse. I believe that no matter your age or current health status, that you have the power to take charge of your well-being and live a longer, healthier life. My goal is to share with you the knowledge and tools that will empower you to make that happen. In this video, I'll be talking all about berberine, a plant compound that is gaining popularity for its potential to support blood sugar, cholesterol, and more. I will be sharing what the research says, what to be cautious about, and how to decide if it is right for you. And of course, I'll also be sharing important safety tips if you are considering adding this supplement to your routine. Berberine is a naturally occurring bright yellow plant compound that has been used for traditional medicines for thousands of years. It is found in the roots, bark, and stems of plants like barberry, golden seal, and Oregon grape. In ancient times, it was used to treat infections, digestive problems, and even wounds. Its strong antimicrobial properties made it a go-to remedy in traditional Asian medicine. But today, berberine is getting attention for something different: its ability to help manage modern chronic conditions, particularly those related to metabolism. Now, instead of brewing herbs into teas, berberine is available as a concentrated supplement. And while you might hear it described as a natural alternative to medications like metformin or statins, it is important to understand what it can really do and what it can't do, and where the science stands. These days, berberine has become especially popular among people looking to support their blood sugar, especially those with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes. It is often seen as a natural way to help manage glucose levels alongside other lifestyle changes. Others are drawn to berberine for its potential to improve cholesterol and triglyceride levels, hoping it can give their heart health a boost. And then there are those who take it with the goal of losing weight or to help issues like inflammation, gut health, or even hormonal imbalances like PCOS. Beyond these more common uses, you might also come across bigger, bolder claims, things like berberine helping to lower Lipoprotein A or fighting cancer, or even slowing the aging process. So what is real and what's more hype than help? Let's take a closer look at the benefits that are actually supported by science. The strongest research on berberine is around blood sugar control. Several well-designed studies show that berberine can actually lower fasting blood glucose and improve long-term markers like hemoglobin A1C. In one study, berberine worked just as well as metformin in lowering blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes. It helps improve insulin sensitivity, reduces the amount of sugar your liver produces, and even affects your gut bacteria in ways that supports healthier blood sugar. If you have prediabetes or type 2 diabetes and you're looking for natural options to support your blood sugar with your doctor's guidance, berberine is one of the more promising supplements out there. But the with your doctor's guidance part is very important since it can interact with certain diabetes medications, as we will discuss coming up. Berberine can also help improve cholesterol and triglyceride levels. Studies show that it can lower LDL, or the bad cholesterol, by around 10 to 20 points, and triglycerides by around 20 points. Some people also see a small increase in HDL, the good cholesterol. It is not as strong as a statin, but for mild to moderate cholesterol issues, it may help support heart health, especially if combined with other healthy habits. Berberine has also been used for gut health, especially for certain types of diarrhea or bacterial overgrowth. It has natural antimicrobial properties, and in some cases, it can help reduce harmful bacteria in the gut, which can improve digestion and reduce inflammation. There is also some evidence that berberine can lower certain inflammatory markers in the body, particularly in people with metabolic syndrome or related conditions. This is likely because when your blood sugar and cholesterol improve, inflammation often goes down too. Now let's talk about some of the more hyped up claims. First, weight loss. You might have heard that berberine can reduce body weight or belly fat, improve insulin sensitivity, and lower markers of inflammation in overweight individuals. Now let's talk about some of the more hyped up claims. First, weight loss. You might have heard that berberine can help reduce body weight or belly fat in those who are overweight. Yes, some people lose a small amount of weight on berberine, but the results are modest. We're talking about a few pounds at most over a few months. Most experts agree that there is no rigorous evidence that berberine causes significant fat loss in humans. It is certainly not comparable to medications like Ozempic, despite what some people say. If you do lose weight, it is likely due to improved blood sugar and insulin, not because berberine is directly burning fat. So if weight loss is your main goal, berberine might help a little bit, but you should not count on it as your primary weight loss strategy. It is not going to replace diet, movement, and other lifestyle changes. And then there is lipoprotein A. This is an inherited cholesterol marker that's harder to change. Right now, there is no good evidence that berberine lowers lipoprotein A. Some people do claim that it does, but the studies just do not support that. If lipoprotein A is something that you're concerned about, like I am, berberine probably is not the answer. While some researchers did note some broad lipid improvements when combining berberine with other ingredients, they did not report any meaningful drop in lipoprotein A specifically. I have several videos on my channel about what you can do about lipoprotein A. If you want to learn more, you can look on my channel or ask in the comments here and I'll give you a link. Cancer prevention is another area where you'll hear a lot of buzz. It is true that berberine has shown some anti-cancer activity in lab studies, so in petri dishes, and also in some animal models. These intriguing results have led to speculation that berberine could help prevent cancer or be a complementary therapy. However, there is no reliable clinical evidence in humans that berberine prevents or treats cancer. The doses needed to kill cancer cells in a dish may not even be achievable or safe in the human body. And finally, longevity. Some people call berberine an anti-aging supplement because it activates certain enzymes linked to metabolism and aging. But again, there is no proof that berberine helps you live longer or slows aging in any meaningful way. It may support better health, especially if you are improving your blood sugar and cholesterol, but it is not a longevity drug. Many of the claims on berberine's wish list of benefits remain unconfirmed. These ideas often stem from early data or pseudoscience, but have not been validated by solid research. That does not mean that berberine has no effect in these areas. It might have small ones, or future studies could uncover more, but one should approach these particular claims with healthy skepticism. When in doubt, consult reliable sources or healthcare professionals rather than marketing materials. So now, if you're interested in trying berberine for its proven benefits, let's talk about the best ways to take it. The most common form of berberine is berberine hydrochloride, and most studies use a total of 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams per day, usually split into 2 or 3 doses. A typical plan might be 500 milligrams with each meal. It is important to divide the doses up because berberine does not stay in your system for very long. There is also a newer form called dihydroberberine, which some companies claim is better absorbed, meaning you can take a lower dose. But most of the research that we have is on standard berberine, so I'd stick with that unless you have specific advice from a provider. Some supplements are not pure isolated berberine, but rather extracts of berberine-containing herbs. For example, barberry extract or golden seal extract, standardized to a certain percentage of berberine. These can be effective, though the content of actual berberine per capsule may be lower or more variable than a purified berberine hydrochloride product. Always check the label. A quality extract should state how much berberine it provides. Berberine is best taken with meals to help manage blood sugar and reduce the chance of stomach upset, which is one of the most common side effects. It is also important to note that consistency matters. Benefits, especially for cholesterol or blood sugar, become more apparent within a few weeks of regular use. Many studies are 3 months long. That being said, berberine is typically used short to medium term in studies, so for just a few months. The effects and safety of taking it for years on end are less documented. This is something to keep in mind, which leads us to the next section on safety. Now, even though berberine is natural, it is strong, and it can interact with medications and might not be the best idea for everyone. The most important thing to know is that berberine can lower blood sugar. So if you are already on medications for diabetes like metformin or insulin, adding berberine can cause your blood sugar to go too low. If you are on diabetes medications, you must talk to your provider before starting berberine. Berberine can also interact with blood pressure medications, possibly lowering your pressure more than expected. And because it affects how your liver processes drugs, it can impact medications like statins, antibiotics, and even blood thinners. It might also make certain medications stay in your system longer. And if you are on any immunosuppressants, berberine can dangerously raise the levels of those drugs. In those cases, it is best to avoid berberine completely. Berberine is not safe during pregnancy or breastfeeding, and it should not be given to infants or young children. For most healthy adults, berberine is generally well tolerated, but it can cause digestive upset like nausea, cramping, or diarrhea, especially when first starting out. Taking it with food and starting at a lower dose can help. As always, talk to your healthcare provider before starting any supplement, especially if you are on medications or have a health condition. Berberine is a fascinating supplement that straddles the line between ancient herbal remedy and modern pharmacology. It does have some genuine benefits, especially for metabolic health like blood sugar and cholesterol, and these are supported by science. It is one of the more research-supported supplements out there. If you are looking for a natural way to support your metabolic health and you are not on conflicting medications, it could be worth considering with guidance. At the same time, it is not magic. It has its limitations and must be used intelligently. The hype surrounding it has some truth, but also plenty of exaggeration. The weight loss, the anti-aging, and the other bold claims don't have strong evidence yet. And like anything, it works best when combined with solid lifestyle habits. Things like what you eat, how you move, and how you manage stress. If you are looking for simple step-by-step ways to build healthier habits that support your energy, stress response, and overall well-being, check out my Thrive in 25 program, a 25-week email-based program complete with support available. Each week, you will focus on one small, sustainable change that builds up toward better health without overwhelm. You can find a link in the video description if you would like to learn more. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed wellness videos. And if there was another supplement or health topic that you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please take good care of yourself.